Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to be part of Tvet 2026. In this presentation, I will share an experience report on the use of the case method to strengthen learning in distance technical and vocational education and training. Distance Tvet programs play a key role in professional education worldwide, and they carry pedagogical strategies that go beyond content transmission. This experience was developed in Brazil at the Federal Institute of Espírito Santo, a public institution with a strong tradition in distance and vocational education. Distance education was expanded worldwide in recent years. Despite this growth, keeping students engaged remains a significant challenge. Many distance programs still rely on traditional and transmissive teaching practice, which often limit interaction, reflection, and student agency. This context highlights the need for pedagogical approaches that actively involve learners. Active learning methodologies offer an important response to this challenge. They place students on the center of the learning process, encourage participation, autonomy, and responsibility for learning. Through active learning, students are invited to make decisions, solve problems, and think critically about real situations. The case method is a teaching strategy based on realistic problems and professional situations. Instead of receiving ready-made answers, students analyze complex scenarios, discuss alternatives, and make informed decisions. This approach helps bridge the gap between theory and professional practice. This experience was developed in a technical program in educational multimedia. The program is offered full at a distance and prepares professionals to support the pedagogical use of digital technologies in schools. This activity was implementation across 8 cohorts, involving 56 students between 2020 and 2025. It's part of a public institution in Brazil and involves students in the final stages of their professional trainings. Students worked with a realistic school scenario, involve a geography class. They assumed the role of the educational multimedia technician, a professional responsible for support teachers in the use of digital resources. In this role, students propose solutions to pedagogical and technical challenges. In this teaching case, students didn't act as a learner only. They assumed the role of an educational multimedia technician. In this role, they supported a teacher in planning and organizing her lesson. This role-based approach enhanced professional learning and engagement. The activity was organized in 3 phases, which represent the planning of the teacher's lesson. In the pre-class phase, students helped prepare materials and assessment activities. In the class phase, they supported the selection and use of digital tools during the lesson. And in the post-class phase, they supported the organization and sharing of students' learning outcomes. Together, this phase represents the complete planning cycle of a teacher's class. The results revealed important learning outcomes. Students develop digital skills related to the pedagogical use of educational technologies rather than only technical operation. They also deepen their understanding of active learning methodologies, especially in relation of their application in distance education context. Unexpected result was the development of reflections on professional identity as students began to recognize their role on pedagogical support professionals. Students evaluated the activity very positively. They described it as a dynamic, engaged, and professionally relevant to their future work. Many students highlighted that the activity helped them understand how theoretical conceptions are applied in real educational practice, particularly in a school context with practical constraints. Although the experience generates positive learning outcomes, some difficulties and challenges were also identified. One challenge was the clarity of instructions. For some students, especially in the initial cohorts, which require adjustment in pedagogical mediation. Another difficulty was the limit available of free digital tools that could be used offline, given different access conditions and school infrastructures. This challenge reinforced the need for careful plan, clear guidance, and context-aware pedagogical decisions. At the same time, they helped clarify that really matters when applying the case method in distance Tvet. Based on the experience presented, three key takeaways can be highlighted. First, the case method is effective in distance Tvet, even when applied as punctual pedagogical activity. Secondly, place students in a professional support role, such as that of an educational multimedia technician, improves engagement and supports the articulation between theory and practice. Third, the success of active learning strategies depends not only on the method itself, but on clear pedagogical mediation and the context-aware use of digital technology. Together, these takeaways highlight the strong pedagogical potential of the case method for distance and vocational education context. Thank you very much for your attention.